Okay, working on my fork here. So this project's on hold over here till tomorrow. My friend's got a soft tail fork he said I can use. Take whatever I need off of it, so I can get the longer fork tubes if I think I need them, and the missing cap I need up here to use the Fox suspension, which was over here. This kit was missing a whole bunch of parts in it. Not complete. This kit here has everything in it. The biggest thing was missing one of these, the dampener tube piece, so it was gone. I don't know what you're supposed to thread that into though. I'm not sure how that's supposed to work. I think I'm going to have to read some instructions later tonight. So this here looks like it threads into here. Yep. So this one can unscrew off of that. Makes it a lot easier to work on this stuff when you can cut it open and get access to it. Here's our spring. And these are the new lower springs. And for some reason we got a new lower piece here for one side. I'm not sure why we only got one, but that's what they give you. Well, they only give you one spring too, and they give you a bolt. Alright, so this bolt probably goes into here. So what are they going to do with that piece? I don't know. Have to read instructions, I guess. Anyway, these still have to be lengthened a lot. Nobody makes a soft tail front end monotube suspension anymore, so we're limited to what we have available. So I'm not sure how this piece is made. It's got a shoulder up here. I don't know how you would unscrew it though. I kind of like the idea of having two equal suspension pieces in there instead of one big one. But, oh well. Decisions to be made tomorrow. It's based off what I can come up with. This one just has one tube in it. The dampener is smaller diameter than the other two. If that makes any difference. The rod looks like roughly almost 3/8. This one looks like it has a bigger diameter piston in it rod, and usually that means it's better. At least on automotive stuff it is. So, anyway, I don't know which one to use, so we'll figure it out. But this kit has everything in it I need at least. Except for the top nut, but so my friend's got that. So we'll figure out which one of those we're going to use. Like we got two kits here, so they're both heavy duties, so we'll make them work. This will be reading material for the night. I'll figure it out. Otherwise, I got to cut these two here and lengthen both of these. Roughly 2 3/4 inches is what I need, so we need to make it work. Yeah, just by eyeballing it, this here looks like a dampener tube right there that we can weld onto that to make it easy for what I need. There you go. Well, you just weld it, put a slug in there, make a slug to go inside of this one. I can turn this down, push this onto it, and that might be what I want to do. And just a little bit of weld on it to hold it. That would work. And this will fit in my lathe, so that's not an issue. You have to hold it right in here. My chuck jaw is about this long. So you cut it right there, lengthen it out, add this piece to it. Right about there. Boom, bam, done. I like that. That might be what I do. Simple. Meantime, I was working on my steering damper, trying to figure out how I'm going to mount it. So this is how I did on my other bike. So basically I took an 1 1/8 3-piece heavy duty clamp. That clamps onto your frame. I took the heim joint, or this heim joint here, put 2 thick washers on there, squeeze against it. It's got like a 1/2 inch hole in it, and it's little small 5/16. So there's a spacer that came in the kit right here. So I might just go ahead and put that in the middle of this to keep this from moving in the 1/2-inch hole. Because if it moves, it'll get loose. So if I put that in there, that should limit the movement. Or I might just make something that's a little bit bigger diameter because this might be too small. A little bit thinner might help too. But anyway, that'll be a piece I can make go in there. Be fine. This dampener is adjustable. You loosen this up here and just slide it back and forth. It's a big dollar heavy duty Harley thing. It's Daytona, so Daytona is easy to China. Japan. It's made in Japan. Well, either way. That's what we're going to use. What's this, instructions? Ooh, there's instructions on how to use it. Oh, I'm sure glad I figured that out. I'm going to do it my own way anyway. Okay, so this has a cowling that goes over here. I didn't check to see how far it hangs down. I don't think it hangs down too far, but let's find out. Oh, it hangs down further than I thought it did. Ooh, I wasn't expecting that. Oh, that thing hangs way the hell down. Why the hell did they do that for? That's stupid. Where's the bolt holes at? Right there. Okay, it hangs down about 1/4 inch. Oh, extra parts. Okay, it's on the floor now, it won't fall. Okay, so this is going to go up in here, so it needs to hang down at least 1/4 inch down to clear the cowling. So you got to make sure this has enough room to work. You can't bolt this directly here because the angle's too much for the heim joint. And this triple tree is slotted so that it can tighten under here, so you can't put a hole through that. That will not work. If you go way to the inside here, you got no leverage, no strength. Not good. And as this goes the other full lock this way, remember it gets real close this way, so you gotta make sure it's got enough room to go back and forth and work on it like this. Oop. That's why I moved this. This cooler's still, I'll plan on taking it off anyway, but right now you can see it's probably going to be getting close to being in the way. It might fit. If I run out of time, it's going to stay on the bike if it clears, but we don't know. Okay, so the plan was to take a piece of angle iron, stick it underneath this bolt head right here. Probably have to put a washer and bring it out a little bit. Put a 1/4 inch longer bolt. The angle iron will sit right on top of the cover here, the cowbell, so it can't rotate or move. It locks it because you only got one bolt holding it. So that basically locks it in so it can't move. And then I was going to put the bolt underneath here to hang down. So I'm not sure the length's going to be now with the cowling. I might have to notch this cowling. It hangs out pretty far, so I think I'll be past where my bolt is. So yeah, it comes way out. Okay, good. Yeah, it didn't fall on a bench that time. So basically, coming across like this is our window to put our bolt in here. So what I was going to do is I'm going to take this heavy duty, it's like 1.25 inch angle. I'm going to cut it, come right out of there like this. Right here, have it hang out about 1 inch or so. So I clearly had the bolt this way. It's going to go in there like this. We have a bolt hole in here I got to cut in. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this. I'm going to put this bolt right here. I'll figure out how close to the edge I'm going to be. Go down as far as I can. But maybe I'll come up a little higher. No, I can't go down because I have to clear it. So I want to have it sit on top of this. So we only have a center line dimension from the center of the hole of this cover. I'll have to measure that. in order for that to fit there, I'd have to make the center line correct. So I have to measure what that center line is. And it looks like it might have to grind out this corner in here to make that work that way. If there's room, I don't know yet. It might not work at all that way. And then the head of this will be right here, sticking out. And then I'll put the head of the bolt here for this to go through. That's basically a 5/16 bolt, I'm assuming. So let's go see what size it is. There's a 5/16 bolt right there. Bingo. Okay, so we have to cut it for a 5/16 bolt head right here. And this one will be right here. So you can be that close. So that's plenty of strength right there to there. That'll work. And I'll be way down low like this. So there we go. Alright, so now I need to grab a couple washers. Always like using washers for my centerline dimensions. I'm going to grab ourselves a 5/16 washer. I just got done organizing all this stuff here the other day, or yesterday I think it was. I got 4 different washers here for 5/16. That does not want me to come up. Okay, there's one washer. Boom. Oh, this is a thicker one. These are the thicker ones here. That's going to be too thick, I'm pretty sure. Okay, then we're going to be, that's a 7/16 bolt. So 7/16 stick washer doing these right here. I need 2 hands because it's all together. So you can see I get this stuff from Bolt Depot. BoltDepot.com. You can buy any part, 1 piece at a time, which is nice. I'm grabbing the 5/16 thick one here also. So you can buy as many of these you want. You can buy 1, you can buy 1,000,000. Doesn't matter. They have a good selection. Okay, so, oh, bang that sucker. Using those, or use these thick ones. I like thick ones anyway. This lock washer is already a piece of junk. See how it's falling apart? Can't torque a lock washer very much. They strip out on you. So we'll switch over to a bolt with Loctite. So if you put this in here at the height you need, you'll see where the hole needs to be. And this one here needs to go. You can put that right in there like that area there. It gives you the whole location that you still got good strength. You can be as low as that much, or you can be as much as this one if you want thicker strength. It's just a matter of how much thickness you want. But you gotta remember, you gotta clear this here with a socket. Now the socket's gonna be the size of that washer. So even with a big thick washer on here, we'll clear that thickness there, so I'll make it that thickness there. I like the bigger diameter anyway. So that'll work. And this here is gonna sit down here like that. I guess we just switch over this side for now for mock-up. We're going to measure my centerline dimension between the bottom of the clamp and halfway up the bolt. So you got to try to guess where center is. Looks like we're somewhere around 650-ish. Be a guess. Pretty close at 650. Yeah. So where's 650 put us on this? Way less than we got here because we're at 900 right now. So yeah, we will be recessing this end of here. So let's put it all the way over to here and see where 650 puts me at. So we're going to have a problem making it go like that. We're going to wind up having a notch this thing to make it work. There's 600 right there, see. Can't be that close. That's 700. That's basically flush with this, maybe a little bit more. Okay, well, I'm going to have to put a socket in here, so I'm going to have to cut this away to make that work. Okay, alright, so we'll be really close. I'll have to notch to clear this cover here. I can do that, and it can be probably anywhere in an inch thick would be fine. So inch and an eighth. So we need inch and a quarter, doesn't matter, I don't think. It just makes it stronger for bending. So we can do it inch and a quarter, be a little longer. Okay. So I need a 7/16 socket, which is going to be a 5/8. That's a 5/8 up. Should be this one. 5/8. Yeah, 11/16. Look at the 5/8 that one. It's a dirty one. There it is. Boom, that one. So we're going to be close enough to get the socket in here. So the socket's smaller than our washer is. So we can actually put a little bit closer than that. Okay, I'll measure out what the dimension can be the least amount. And that's where we're going to poke our hole. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is go blast all the rust off of this. So we can play with it. Alright, we'll be back.